Urgent Atlanta Falcons fans. Do not miss this. What just happened? You won't believe this one. But before we reveal the big news, make sure to subscribe to the channel, because here we bring you daily videos with the latest Atlanta Falcons updates. And to not miss anything, activate the notifications. Hey there, Falcons fans. Today, I've got some exciting updates that you're definitely going to want to hear. Especially after a busy NFL draft and some intriguing moves in free agency. You know, the Falcons didn't really make a splash with a shiny new offensive superstar in the draft. But don't let that fool you. Because just after the draft, they made a move that could turn some heads in the upcoming season. So, what exactly happened? Well, just after the draft wrapped up, the Falcons signed a college football star who's been making waves and has the potential to be a real game changer for us. Nick Nash, a receiver from San Jose State. That's right, they didn't pick a high-profile offensive player in the draft, but they went out and grabbed a player with a ton of talent and a story that's pretty inspiring. Nash, who's listed at 6 feet 2.5 and 203 pounds, had an incredible college career, leading the FBS with 104 catches, clocking in at 382 yards, and scoring 16 touchdowns in 2024. That kind of production is no joke, especially considering he was a late convert to the receiver position after starting out as a quarterback. Imagine that, coming from behind, switching positions late in college, and then turning into a consensus All-American. That's a testament to his work ethic and determination. Now, you might be wondering, what does the NFL see in him? Well, NFL.com's scouting report offers some interesting insights. It points out that Nash isn't the fastest or quickest receiver out there. But when the ball's in the air, he's got a real knack for winning those contested catches. Lance Zierlein, one of the top scouts, mentioned that Nash might need some scheme help against press coverage, and he's more of a competitor than a naturally talented athlete with the ball in his hands. But the good news? With more coaching and development, Nash has the tools to improve his route running and polish his game. And the fact that he was bigger and more skilled in 2024 shows his dedication to growth. His competitiveness, ball skills, and football character give him a real shot to become a versatile, productive slot receiver in the NFL, a three-level threat that Atlanta could definitely use in their passing game. Now, this isn't the only move the Falcons made in free agency. They also signed another receiver, Quincy Skinner Jr. from Vanderbilt, who's a pretty solid player himself. NFL Network's Tom Pelissero reports that Atlanta handed Skinner a $15,000 signing bonus and guaranteed $150,000. So they're clearly interested in developing him as well. Skinner is 6 feet 2 inches and 205 pounds. And he's shown some promise during his college career, starting 12 of 13 games in 2024. Catching 29 passes for 367 yards and 3 touchdowns. Across his 4 years at Vanderbilt, he made 66 catches for 809 yards and 8 touchdowns. So he's got some experience and a good frame to work with. Both of these signings show that the Falcons are serious about building depth and adding versatile weapons for their offense. They're keeping their eyes open for players who can develop into key contributors, especially at the wide receiver position. And speaking of development, the Falcons' rookie minicamp is set for May 9th through 11th. That'll be the first real chance to see these new guys in action and get a sense of how they fit into the team's plans for the upcoming season. It's always exciting to see new talent coming in, especially when they have the potential to make an impact early on. I've been covering the NFL for a while, and I can tell you, moves like these Signing undrafted free agents with upside often pay off in the long run. It's a smart strategy to find diamonds in the rough and develop them into reliable contributors. And let's not forget, the Falcons have a solid core already. But adding players like Nash and Skinner Jr. can really give them some extra firepower and depth. It's all about building that competitive roster that can push for the playoffs. And these signings certainly add some interesting options for the coaching staff to work with. Now, I want to take a moment to say how important it is for us as fans to stay engaged and supportive. Every move the Falcons make, whether in the draft or free agency, is part of their bigger plan to return to greatness. The NFC South is getting tougher, no doubt about it, but with the right development and a little bit of luck, these young players could become key pieces of a winning puzzle. We've seen teams succeed by investing in their young talent, and the Falcons are clearly following that path. So, what do you guys think about these new signings? Are Nash and Skinner Jr. going to be the next hidden gems? Or do you think the Falcons should have gone in a different direction? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I love hearing what you all think. Your opinions matter, and they help create that real community vibe that makes Falcons fandom so special. And of course, I'll be back soon with more updates once we see how these rookies perform in camp and during the off-season practices. We're just getting started, and the excitement is building. Keep an eye out for more news. Because as always, the Falcons are working behind the scenes to gear up for a big 2024 season. Remember, every signing, every practice, every game, it's all part of the journey to bring the Super Bowl back to Atlanta. So, stay tuned, stay passionate, and as always, go Falcons!